It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, sponsored by Scooters Coffee and Rescue Towing. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Thursday. It's the month of August somehow across the Ozarks, and it feels like it. First day of August, and we are waking up with temperatures in the mid to upper 70s as of 5 a.m. Yeah, when that's our starting time temperature, you know it's going to be a hot one. I have a high temp around 97 degrees again. Heat index value up closer to 110 with heat advisories in place. So find a way to beat the heat if you have to be outside today. These are kind of like the days that I just avoid being outdoors because it's just so humid on top of the heat, really oppressive to be outside for any extended period of time. Warm to start, and of course, that means another scorcher ahead. We've got heat advisories for everybody through about 7 p.m. this evening. There is a small chance for rain in the forecast today, but it's limited, only for our far northern counties, and it's just about a 30% chance for some showers. There is a frontal boundary kind of sweeping up to our north, all the way through portions of southeastern Kansas and then up through northern Missouri and Iowa. It's our northern counties that have the best chance for the isolated rain, and it's actually the Great Lakes region that has the best opportunity for thunderstorms across the country today with some risk of severe weather. Heat headlines, well, you know they're out there today, and I may need to see the heat headlines extended through the weekend forecast. It's looking like a very hot and humid forecast for us this week as well, as temperatures look to remain up in the 90s. Heat index values may get a little bit better for tomorrow and Saturday, but still feeling like 100 with high temperatures landing in the low 90s likely. Today we're in the upper 90s, 97, my forecasted high temperature for the Springfield region. Tomorrow it's slightly cooler back to about 95, and then we'll still be in the low 90s for highs on Saturday with heat index values up in the triple digits. I've been giving you all of these kind of heat safety reminders all weekend long or all week long. And now all weekend long, we still need to continue them. Another thing I wanted to mention for you was pet safety. Never, of course, leave your pets in a parked car in this type of heat. Watch the humidity as well. It can also be very stressful on our dogs and cats and our animal friends to be out in the humidity for an extended period of time. Maybe the dogs don't need their normal walk because the heat is hard enough on their bodies. Provide ample shade, plenty of water if they're going to be outdoors, and don't rely on a fan to cool them down. Watch out for hot pavement as well. You see a lot of folks walking the dogs in the morning and in the evening to prevent burned paws on the sidewalks. Around the country, what's making headlines today? Well, spoiler alert, it's the dangerous heat. It's just out there for everybody, not just us here in the Ozarks. We have dangerous heat that expands all the way from the plains to the Mississippi Valley, all the way into the southeast. There are just heat headlines up and down the middle part of the country. We also have heat that's building again out west. And at the same time, there's severe weather and a flash flood risk for parts of the northern plains. I mentioned that area for parts of the Great Lakes this afternoon with the potential for some severe storms. So there is still some activity across the country in terms of active weather. It's not only heat and humidity that's taking all of the headlines. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister Trivia question for the day. The question that I left you with yesterday: on average, what is the hottest month of the year for the contiguous United States? And the options were A, June, B, July, C, August, or D, September. And it is actually last month now. July is typically the hottest month of the year. When you take all the averages from around the country, that's highs and lows. Good news, it's August. It's still hot for us here, but at least you know the trend will be to start cooling things off as we get a little bit closer to fall. All right, here's a question for tomorrow. According to the Tall Tale, what did Pecos Bill throw over a tornado that ended up in Texas? What do you think he threw over? Do you think it was A, a blanket, B, a lasso, C, a bucket, or D, a net? Do you know this tall tale? Would you like to take a guess? You can do that at aroundtheozarks.com. All correct answers are entered to win a $20 gift card to Scooters Coffee. So head on over to the website to enter our contest. Thanks so much to Scooters and to Rescue Towing for sponsoring Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. You can find more detailed forecast information over at aroundtheozarks.com. I hope you find a way to beat the heat today. Stay cool, and we'll chat again